What's going on, guys? Welcome to another Madden 23 video. This is going to be a tier list video on the best running backs in Madden 23 and Madden 23. It's an updated list of the running backs from most recently. Before we jump into my tier list, I want you guys to hit that sub button, and at the end of this video, if you enjoyed this tier list and you want more of these, make sure you leave a like and leave a comment below. All right, so let's talk about running backs in Madden 23. In my opinion, it started off really slow at the position. Early on, you had your choice of maybe Derrick Henry, Jonathan Taylor, if you're using him early on, which I didn't see a lot of. And then it was mostly like the most used running back early on for the first few weeks was Joe Mixon. I personally was using a different back, but more recently, as we get up to date, like there's been a few running backs that dropped and two top running backs that just dropped this last week. So that's where we are as far as running backs go. I'm going to talk about these running backs just a little bit as we move them onto the list, but I have them right here. There's 10 of them. We got Ricky Williams, limited, very expensive card when he came out. I want to say he was like 800 to 900K right when he was out. All-stat legend. That's not his card art, but All-stat was a really good option for certain people. We'll talk about that in a sec. Barry Sanders, if you got the All Madden edition, you selected him, got him 87 overall. Rome Bettis, Derrick Henry, Nyheim Hines. You're going to be surprised about Nyheim Hines, in my opinion. Saquon Barkley just came out. You got Aaron Jones, who was a set early on, along with Joe Mixon, who was that headliner set that everyone did. Everyone pretty much did the headliners early on. Joe Mixon and Snead, the cornerback, who was amazing for the longest. And he still is really good, too, speaking of that. But I don't want to get sidetracked with corners, but... And then last but not least, McCaffrey. All right, so we're going to start off with Ricky Williams. And Ricky Williams, in my opinion, is going to be in the A tier. All right. The only thing holding back Ricky Williams is something that you'll see with the running backs in the S tier. But Ricky Williams, his positives are he fights a ton for yardage. I love that about him. He's fast. He has an elite speed at the position as of right now. Just a really good back, a really solid back. And there's just, like I said, there's just only the game is ability based, right? Madden's ability based. It's been that way for years now, and he just doesn't have the ability to take him to the S tier. So he's A tier, really good running back if you have him. Amazing. The only thing that I would say is that he's pretty expensive compared to what you can get for a similar or even cheaper price. All right, All-stat. So if you want to run Mike All-stat on your offense, you're probably gonna see him ran in shotgun tight. If you're not running tight, he doesn't have the best ability to be a top running back, in my opinion. The reason he's getting tight, a lot of those quick throws, he has that bulldozer or bruiser, whatever the ability it is to break that first tackle. But if you're not running tight, he's just not going to be a top running back. So if that does pertain to you run tight, then I'd put him probably in A. But most people aren't going to be just sitting in that. So he's going to be in the B tier. Solid running back. He's not, the fastest, but again, if you have that ability and you put it on, he can be a solid player for you. Next up, we have Barry Sanders. I am not high on Barry Sanders at all. I have him in the C tier. 87 overall. You had to pick him if you got the All Madden edition. I've played with him a little bit on another account. He's still fumble prone. Like he's just not a good card at the moment. So nothing more to say about Barry Sanders. You can't even get him if you wanted to. So I don't suggest anyone even try to get him anyway. So he's going to be in the C tier. Next up, we have Jerome Bettis, All Madden card. Again, this card art doesn't match up, but it doesn't matter. He's 89 overall. Jerome Bettis. I would put him in a similar tier as Allstott. I would have him behind him, just because, like I said, I think Allstott in that tight is pretty nasty. But Jerome Bettis, B tier running back. Derrick Henry up next, and Derrick Henry, goal line specialist only. If you have Derrick Henry, you're bringing him in 3rd and 1, 3rd and inches, goal line, 1st and goal from the 2, stuff like that. He's a backup running back at best at this point. He's going to be C tier for me. Nyheim Hines. All right, so I think you're going to see what I value in Madden right now. And Nyheim Hines has an ability that takes him towards the top of the list. He gets halfback apprentice. I want to say it costs 3 on him, though. So that is, take note of that. I think it's 3. 87 overall. He doesn't have elite speed, so that holds him back a little bit. But he's still fast enough to get it done. I have him in the A tier. I have him in front of Ricky based off price. He's so cheap that there's no way, in my opinion, that he's not A tier at this moment. He moves really good. He's A tier running back based off ability. I really value halfback apprentice this year. And again, this is my list, so I'm going off of my values. And what I think it makes a good running back in this game. He moves good. Not the fastest though. When I say he moves good, I mean he's shifty. Get through the hole, navigate, make somebody miss. And then that ability with Nyheim Hines, the halfback apprentice, put him on an angle route, a flat. It's just a great ability, and I have him in the A tier based off of being a better price than Ricky. Saquon Barkley is next up, and we're gonna put Saquon right ahead of Ricky Williams as well. Again, the one thing holding him back is not having halfback apprentice. I think that really is a big deal. So he's going to be after Nyheim Hines. I think he's a little bit better than Ricky, if I had to say, as far as the movement goes. You know, again, you want to be able to make somebody miss. I think he's better than Ricky as far as that goes. Aaron Jones is up next, and Aaron Jones was my favorite running back early on. He was my favorite running back early on. I still think he's very solid. I'm going to have him in the B tier. Have him in front of Allstott. Going to be after Ricky. I think that's where he lands. And then he leaves us to 2 running backs. And I felt like Aaron Jones was better than Joe Mixon this whole time, by the way. So Joe Mixon is going to trail Aaron Jones in the B tier. And that's going to put Aaron Jones as the leader of the B tier. Then Joe Mixon slightly after him. They're really, really close. If you use short end on your running back, like some people do, then Joe Mixon would be ahead of Aaron Jones. But if you're not using that, then Aaron Jones just strictly back for back. He's better. Joe Mixon has been better priced this whole time. Which, with the better price, you probably could do this, actually. You know what? I'm going to do that. I'm going to swap them. Based off price this whole time. Aaron Jones was just more expensive to acquire than Joe Mixon, and yeah, that's how we're gonna do it. All right, and last but not least, CMC just came out this past week. CMC is shifty as hell. He is the best at making somebody miss that I've used so far. He has the best running back ability, in my opinion, with the halfback apprentice. Christian McCaffrey has elite speed. He is the best running back in the game as of right now. We're in mid-September. This is my top 10 in order. Of these 10 running backs, I would go CMC number 1. Nyheim Hines, Saquon, Ricky are still A tier. I still think all those guys are definitely on rosters. And I think Nyheim Hines is the best buy of any of these. If you have a budget team, you no money spent, Nyheim Hines is a simple, easy pickup. I would go him if you're thinking coin wise, or you don't really run the ball much, pass the ball a ton. Nyheim Hines is perfect for that. Again, halfback apprentice. I love getting the extra routes. So this would be my list. Hope you guys enjoyed the list. Let me know what you guys think. Who do you disagree with the most? Is there anybody that you think should be on the list other than these guys? Hope you guys enjoyed it. See you on the next video.